It's been 3 years since we covered Superset on the channel, and it has evolved enough to deserve a completely fresh overview. Superset is the free open source alternative to Tableau and Power BI. It connects to your existing SQL databases and turns them into interactive charts and dashboards with a proper SQL editor and a big library of chart types. This time we'll go further than the original video, building charts and dashboards on the redesigned interface, dashboard filters, and row-level security to control exactly what each user can see. Superset now ships an MCP server, so AI assistants like Claude can query your data and build charts for you. More on all of it in the overview. Superset is free and open source under Apache 2.0. You can self-deploy it by following the official documentation, or use a platform like ours, Elestio, to deploy it seamlessly on your server or the cloud provider of your choice. We handle the installation, backups, updates, and ongoing maintenance for you. To start using Superset on our platform, head to ls.io and click on Login. Then deploy my first service, search for Superset, select, choose between the different cloud providers available, then between the different regions and service plans based on your needs. Then press Next. On the final screen you can rename it, adjust more advanced settings, and choose between the different level of support we provide. The first one is included by default. Once you're all set, hit the Create Service button. Once the installation is finished, you receive this email telling you that your new Superset instance is ready. Follow the Get Password link. You arrive on Elestio administration panel for your Superset service. You can have your username here, it's usually your Elestio email account, and the password. Copy to your clipboard and follow the admin UI link for your Superset service. Type your credentials and sign in. When opening it, you have, for example, dashboards created for you. Sales dashboard, World Bank's data, MISC charts, and FCC new coder survey. These are the ones we can see on the home, and you have even more if you go to the dashboards. Good for our video, but for your needs you might need to clean it before. Let's open USA birth names. I picked this one because it shows a lot of different type of charts it's able to generate. Here a linear graph over time for the number of participants. Then for the genders you have a pie chart, you have trends. If we scroll, we have word cloud, one for girl and one for the boy, and the biggest one is the most represented, showing you in second which one is the winner for girls, and here I guess it's Michael for boys. Of course, if we look at the kids here, it's not a graph type, it's just an image. If you drag, you can see it. It's a lovely way to show you can illustrate your dashboards the way you want. Let's open another chart. Go to dashboard and let's say video game sales, and it's showing us the video game sales in the world from 1984 to 2009. And let's say, okay, we have this graph, but the data is on a long span. Maybe we want them for just a few years. For this, we would create custom filters. So it's in the left sidebar. If you are like me and you prefer them to be on top, you can choose here or horizontal. So now it's on the top. We have no filters. So filters are not created automatically. It's you that will create them. So they will be available. Let's click on the cog, add or edit filters and controls. And now you can choose what kind of filter you want to make available for users that will be using the dashboard or the charts. So here, filter type, you have value, numerical range, time column, time grain, or time range. As we want to let the user choose between which time frame, we will take a time range. We need to name it. Let's name it time range. Perfect. You have additional options like adding a default value, making it required, but let's keep it like this, save. And now time range is available to any user. So if we click, here you can see that currently nothing is applied to it. As the data is years before, we can't use the last to get last week, last month, last quarter, or last year. So instead, we'll use a custom one to take maybe years before. And because it is very old, let's say, okay, 20 years before. So we should have nothing before 2006. Let's apply. And here we can see our data is starting in 2006 until 2009. So the latest data available. And here the picture is different. We only have Wii games, DS. We have the data for this shorter time frame. If we go to explore trends, which is another tab of our dashboard, we still have the filter applied. And you can see here which filter is applied. So you have the definition on what it is doing on the data. So here you have the SQL request that is limiting the data that is shown to the user, which represents what we see here that is more visual. But if you want to use Superset, there's a high chance it's not for this sample data. Instead, you want to connect yours. That's what this plus button on the top right is made for. You can connect your database. So here, if we click, you have the three main providers, Postgre, MySQL, and SQLite. But many more providers are available in this dropdown, such as Aurora, Google Sheets, and even some that I don't know, such as Shilelag. This is one way to import your data. Or you can also connect Google Sheet. Or for one-time operation, you can even import a CSV to create a database from your data or an Excel file. Once you have done it and you have your data imported, go to charts and create a new one. On the top right, you have chart. You pick the data set. So here I'm still using the example, but let's say it's yours. Let's reuse the data from the beginning, which was with the birth names. And you have all the different type of charts available. Here it's the featured one. You have all charts showing you there are many type of charts you can add. And again, as it's open source, you could even create your own type of charts. AI making it even easier now. Or you have them spread into a different category. Let's go to all charts and use partition chart, which will be useful for the names. It can be intimidating because there are tons of options, but you shouldn't be afraid. There are tons of guides I will show you at the end of the video. In metrics, we can choose between a count or the sum of something. So let's choose the sum. Let's skip filters for now. The dimension, it will be based on the name. So here, take the name, save. Do you want to limit the number of rows? Okay, we can keep 10,000. And the partition limits, let's make it bigger, 25. And let's try to create our chart. And what do we see? So we have a total of 80 million names. And the most used is Michael, and then Christopher. But you can see that I mixed boys and girls, which is a bit irrelevant. So let's unmix them. To do that, we need to add a filter. We pick the gender and we want it to be equal to boy or girl. It's showing us the different options available on the database. Very practical to not guess the data or to need to search for it. Let's say, okay, boy. Update the chart, and here we have the 25 most used name for boys. If you want a specific year, you could, for example, add another filter. Once you are happy with your chart, you can name it top 25 boy name, save it. So here you could name it also here. You can add it to a dashboard, but we will add it manually. So let's save. Let's go back to the dashboard with the names, and here you have full flexibility over it. So if we click on edit dashboard, we are able to delete existing chart and also to add hours. So I can drag and drop the new one here on the top. I can make it bigger. You have this column alignment, and here it is. We have the chart we created added into our custom dashboard. We have seen dashboards, charts. Now let's dive into datasets. Here you can browse the data and also edit the data structure if ever needed. So I think when you are using a PostgreSQL database, you wouldn't manage it from here. But if you imported a spreadsheet, Excel file, you might need to edit it. If you click on the edit button, you are able to see all the columns, their data type, rename the column, delete columns. You have full power over your database. A great new addition to Superset is the fact that now you can chat with your data by setting up MCP. Simply follow the documentation to install and connect to it. To run it, you might need to open a port. So if you are using Elestio, to open the port, it's pretty easy. Go to Security, Firewall, don't disable it, just open the port. Add a new rule and type the port and save. And it's open so you can connect your MCP. In the settings, on the top right, you can invite users. So if you go to list users, here you can click on plus, add them manually. Then once you have invited your whole team, you can assign them groups and roles. So for the role, by default, you have admin, alpha, gamma, public. You can create yours and define the different permission you want to enable on these roles. You can also define the groups. Groups, as its name stands, is to group users and to assign them different roles. It's a classic approach, but now you have something even better. If you go to role level security, let's create one. And let's say only boy. And what it allows you, if we take the birth name, you might be able at the role level to say for this role, so let's say for the public, you will only have access to the boys. So in the clause, here you have an example, client_ID is equal to 9. In our case, it is gender is equal to boy. And now when people will have this rule, so public user, if you add it, they will only see the rows that have the gender boy. So it's a good way to filter. Of course, this example makes no sense, but think about data relative to specific companies or users. As always, I highly recommend you to dive into the documentation of the platform I cover in the video. This way you can discover features I didn't present, or if you want tutorials to follow to get along and to learn how to use the platform in depth. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy rediscovering Superset with us. Please hit the like button to help our channel be more visible to other open source lovers. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss our next platform overviews. If you want to continue your open source journey, watch this video available here.